Hey everyone, and welcome. I'm so glad you're here to work on your English with me. You know, if you've been learning for a while, you've probably figured out that real conversation is so much more than just grammar rules. And today, we're going to tackle a skill that is absolutely essential for making those real-world connections, the art of small talk.
Oh, you know that feeling, right? The elevator door's shut and it's just you and a coworker. Or, a video call starts a minute early and everyone's just staring. That silence can feel super uncomfortable. Well, guess what? Small talk is the perfect tool to break that silence and really build a bridge to the other person. So, here's our game plan for today. First, we're going to explore why small talk is way more important than you think. Then, we'll get into the unspoken rules, the cultural stuff you need to know. After that, I'll give you the essential vocabulary to get you started. And finally, we'll put it all into practice. Sound good? Okay, let's dive in.
All right, so first things first, why should we even bother with small talk? Isn't it just, meaningless chatter about the weather? Well, the answer might actually surprise you. Small talk is one of the most powerful tools you have for communication. Really, think of it as a kind of social lubricant. It's this little bonding ritual we do to figure out the space between us and other people. When you meet someone new, it's how you kind of test the waters. And at work, it's absolutely crucial for helping people collaborate and feel comfortable with each other. It's the gateway to deeper connections. And get this, it happens fast. A study from the University of Warwick found that it only takes 4 minutes. Just 4 minutes of chit-chat can give you real insight into someone's personality, like if they're more of an extrovert or an introvert. I mean, how useful is that for the rest of the conversation? And it's not just about gathering information. Research from Harvard actually shows that these quick, friendly chats with people we don't know that well, like strangers or acquaintances, can give us a real, genuine boost in happiness. So yeah, that little chat you have with your barista, it actually matters. Okay, so we get why it's important. Now, let's get into the how. Because small talk is kind of like a game, and every game has rules. The tricky part is, these rules can change a lot depending on where you are in the world. So let's figure out how to navigate them. In most English-speaking places, you've got some very safe topics to fall back on. I mean, the weather is a classic for a reason. Everyone experiences it. Talking about sports, a popular TV show, or just the situation you're in, like, wow, this is a huge conference, are all great starting points because it's common ground.
But here's where it gets interesting. It's not the same everywhere. For instance, in places like Finland and Sweden, a moment of silence between people isn't seen as awkward. It's just comfortable. But in many other cultures, that same silence can feel a bit tense. So we use small talk to fill the space and show that we're friendly.
And the topics themselves can be different too. In some Asian and Arab countries, for example, asking about someone's family is a really warm way to show you're interested in them. In other places, questions might be more about understanding someone's job or position. So, the big takeaway here for you is pretty simple. When in doubt, just listen and observe for a bit before you jump in. All right, you've got the strategy, now you need the tools. This is the part where we build up your vocabulary with the exact phrases you can use to start conversations and feel way more confident doing it. This is the fun part. Okay, let's run through these. First up, to make small talk. This is the general term for just having one of those polite, light conversations, like I had to make small talk with my boss's wife at the company party. Next, we have to talk shop. This is when you talk about work, but when you're not at work. For example, let's try not to talk shop at dinner tonight. Then there's to have a chat. This is just a really friendly, informal way to say talk, like it was great to have a chat with you. If you only talk for a minute, you can say you exchanged a few words. I only exchanged a few words with him, but he seemed nice. And my favorite, especially for you brave learners out there, is to strike up a conversation. This means you are the one to start talking to a stranger. For example, I decided to strike up a conversation with the person sitting next to me. Okay, so how do you actually start? Let's go over some great openers. First, haven't we met somewhere before? This is perfect when someone looks familiar. It's not aggressive, it's just a soft way to open the door. Next, mind if I join you? A super polite way to ask to sit with someone. It shows you respect their space. A go-to is always talking about your shared situation, like, how are you enjoying the conference? It's an instant connection. At a cafe, you could try, what are you having? It's casual and can lead to a recommendation or a chat about coffee. And finally, if you're with two people who don't know each other, do you two know each other is your magic phrase. It makes you a fantastic host and helps everyone feel included. Theory is one thing, but seeing it in action is so much better.
So let's run through a quick, real-world scenario to see how all this fits together. So picture this. You're at a big conference, maybe getting a coffee during a break. You look across the room and you see someone, and you're pretty sure you've seen them before. What do?
You take a breath, you decide to strike up a conversation. You walk over, smile, and say, "Haven't we met somewhere before? My name's Helen." See, you're using one of our key openers, and you're introducing yourself right away, which is so friendly and confident.
And look at that. It works. They smile back and say, "Yes, I think so. It was probably at the conference in London last year. I'm Susan." And just like that, you've done it. You've gone from awkward silence to a real friendly connection. You have successfully made small talk. Okay, so what are the big things to remember from today? First, small talk is not meaningless. It's a super valuable skill for building connections. Second, always be aware of cultural rules and stick to safe topics until you get to know someone. Third, use those vocabulary words and openers we talked about to start your conversations with confidence. And finally, the most important one, you've got to practice. Seriously, the only way to get better at this is to actually do it. So here's my challenge for you. This week, try to strike up just one conversation with someone new. I'd love to hear how it goes in the comments. If you found this lesson helpful, please give it a like and subscribe for more tips. Thanks so much for watching, and happy chatting!